In 2016, 2 years before we left for the Zhidoi Glaciers in July 2018, I had read in the American Alpine Journal a short statement after some of the trips to explore the source of the Mekong regarding a mountain range there, stating the 5,700 metre to 5,800 metre peaks ranging to the west where glaciers are most developed. This massif remains unvisited. No photographs of the mountains have been taken. Having read this, it presented an interesting challenge, and myself, Nathan Delberg, along with the two Huchi brothers, Ben and Jos, decided to take our bikes and ride across the plateau to these mountains and, if possible, try and explore and climb the highest peaks there. The three of us left Yushu, which is the main city in the region, by bike towards Zhidoi, and then from Zhidoi we headed sort of south, trying to find what we call the Zhidoi Glaciers. It's a glaciated region that was known to be there. However, we had no photos or any other real detailed information. There were some old Russian maps. We based all our exploration around these few items, largely going into the unknown. We were lucky that in fact the Chinese had put a road through relatively close by, and also a bridge that made our progress much easier. However, it was still very much an exploration mission, during which we climbed the highest peak there, which we believe is about 5,876 metres. We called it Benjai Ma after Ben, although perhaps there is a local name, perhaps not, we're not sure, because I'm not even sure if the locals have ever been there or on that glacier. We also climbed the fourth highest peak in the area at just over 5,800 metres, and we called it Deception Peak because it was deceptively hard. And finally we climbed a peak just under 5,800, which was a very easy, gentle climb from our base camp just above us, and we called it Constellation Peak because it was in the midst of a constellation of the other peaks. Whilst there, we also visited some of the glaciers, and each of them we named in turn. In fact, the one we set our base camp on at about 5,300 metres we called Sunshine Glacier. Fox Glacier we called Fox Glacier, just below the highest peak, and we called that because we saw a fox running across it early in the morning, and I think he was wondering who and what we were as he glanced across. Finally, we have two other glaciers running northwards. We didn't visit one, but we visited the other one, and we called it Desolation Glacier. I think this was more towards our feelings by that time of the day. We were quite tired and desolate. In fact, it's a very lovely glacier running underneath Deception Peak. After we had done our scouting, we rode our bikes back out towards Zhidoi, which was a long way out. We had fairly good weather throughout, a bit of snow up in the mountains, but not much. It was midsummer, of course, and it was an altogether fantastic trip over 3 weeks. A trip that just went off almost without a hitch. We actually managed to explore and see a lot more than we'd hoped, and we also made a round trip back to Zhidoi at the end, even arriving a couple of days in advance of what we expected, and I used that time to do some further explorations while Ben and Jos, the Huchi brothers, they left to Chengdu by bus to check that out.